Sorry I missed your call, I was on the jet. I've been so zoned out, trying to figure out what's next.
We're back with our next episode of Conscious Conversations / Mukbang Tandoori Hut. I here with.
Hi, I'm Omhyra. I think this is the first time I'm trying the lamb.
Really? For me, I feel like the lamb is the best.
Let's bust it out.
So the first question we have today is
With
husband
my
or man?
husband or my boyfriend?
Your boyfriend and your husband.
I think it depends on like what the man requires of you. Because it have certain men that will be like, I got you for financially. You know what I mean? And then it have others who not where they want to be financially. So it's like it depends on the man you have. However, in both situations, I would still make sure that I put a financial contribution towards the relationship that I am in. Because I think that's important. Like, even though you got it, I got it too.
True.
You know, like, if you end up falling sick, like, it's all good. You chill, you rock back, you'll be fine.
And I feel like when women think like that, they usually get more out of the man though.
Yeah, but we get more hate for it too. Because a lot of people is just like, you know, if I'm telling you stay home, like stay home. It's like it's really depends on the type of person you're with. Because if the man that you're with don't want it to work at all, but your dream is to aspire to be somebody and have a career, then it's kind of tough.
Woman.
Yeah.
As a man, I would obviously give the woman the option to go to work, or if she wants to stay home. Because for me personally, I find like the kind of work that others see and the kind of work that I want to get into, especially after a certain age, I don't even really want to work. Like I try to retire myself. So
I feel you.
I feel like most women, after they get the stuff in order and they get the boss things in order and stuff, like they probably have passive incomes and things of that nature, they would want to stay home. I'm not telling you at all you have to do it, but it would be good like if it is you want to do it, because as you say, shit does happen, and if something happens to me, I don't want to know that you just can't ditch me.
And that's why I think it's really important for you to know the kind of girl that you're with, because we just always tell you, women just always give we give you all these signs. Like if we're going out and she never pays for anything, ever, red flag. Big, I'm so sorry girls, but red flag, yo, is a red flag. It's a red flag. Because even like if I'm going on a first date with somebody and you buy the tickets for the movie, I'll buy the food. But a lot of people won't do that. And I understand. Like some girls would be like, you're the man, provide, do what you have to do. Which is fine, which is like traditional woman. But the better question is, are you being a traditional woman? And that's a whole different conversation. So let me leave that there.
You can start back and I don't know they want to get If it is you're going out, I feel like the first date, the man should pay whatever is the case.
I have this thing, like if I invite you out, I'll pay. Because I take you out your house. I ask you to come out your house. But if you invite me on my house, oh well, that's on you.
Yeah, I'll pay.
That's
you
on
initiated.
You. Yeah, you did.
That's fair though.
Yeah, because that way, if I don't like you, we have no strings attached. Because you didn't pay for shit.
True. True.
So I don't owe you anything.
True.
I really want to ask you something, right? The new video that is circulating on TikTok with Anil and Kenita, what are your thoughts on that?
Boy, you're looking to play with fire here. I understand what the woman's saying, but they're going about it the wrong way. Because the message that they're trying to give is it have more to life than giving your life to a man. Because back in the day, women would usually marry for survival. So it was kind of like if there was force, but now it has upgraded. Women usually marry for love and some sort of survival as well. So it's just like that. I find all that very unnecessary. He didn't even say that you only should believe in becoming a wife and a mother. He didn't only say that. And also we're going through like a transition, because I remember before a lot of women was going mad on TikTok like women is the most important thing. We give birth, this, marriage, bam, all them kind of things, right? And now we backstepping and women talking about other women and they're just like, baby not so important. I don't you don't have to have no baby and them kind of thing. You don't have to get married and thing. Them things not really important and
Right.
so I find like we backstepping all that.
I think before I say anything on this topic, I would just like to say that all women have the right to live their life how they please,
Understandable.
right? To each their own, right? However, Anil did have a point in the video, but in my opinion, it was kind of a one-sided point because of the fact that a lot of girls now are not aspiring to be mothers and wives because of the fact that there aren't a lot of suitable men willing to be fathers and husbands, right? So we really need to like even off the playing field and know that is about the two sides. And women not wanting to have children, they have their own personal reasons for that. Like nobody just wake up one day and say, I just don't want any children, right? It has a lot to do with their background, where they grew up, their traumas, the things that they dealt with men and society. And I'm not saying it's meant for, please do not get that concept, y'all. Because there are women who are just like hunky-dory and I really don't care. And there are women who are genuinely just selfish and do not want to be with a partner. They think that they could do it all on their own. And I respect you, girl. Hats off to you guys. But me personally, I want a husband. I want a man. Like, great, I could be Miss Independent, but when I get home,
Facts.
I want to be a baby. I want to go cuddle because no. Like, why do I have to be strong out in the world and then come home and be strong?
Yeah.
That's not fair. Like, I feel like everybody needs companionship. What happens when you are in your 80s and your 90s and you have nobody to hand you a cup of water? You know what I mean? So everybody has their own choice, but I can only speak on me. And I want a husband and children. And I'm not saying that as a young woman, you shouldn't have a career and an education, because a lot of y'all took it out of context and thought that he meant that y'all should only aspire to be wives and baby mamas, and that's not true, guys. That's not true.
That's not true.
Right? Have a career, live your life, travel the world, experience things. You do not need to settle down unless you are ready to settle down. Do not put yourself in a situation where you have to settle down before your time, because then you'll be frustrated. Your husband will be frustrated, your child will be frustrated, and that is unnecessary drama.
I saw a content creator also talking about, yeah, I'm not gonna tell my daughter to go and have no baby at 21, 22 and all them. He never even said anything about 21, 22. He talked about addressing when it is he was young and wild and he reached like 30. And to be honest, around like 30 something and kind of stuff is scientifically proven. Around 40, if it is you're now gonna have a baby, it will be a little dangerous.
It's challenging.
I wouldn't want to risk it with a 40-year-old woman.
Don't risk it for the biscuit.
No, don't risk it for the biscuit, because if that mom died, that shit's gonna be tragic. Then two people have to remember, since the dawn of time, women are more nurturing. So this is something that he was talking about, like eventually you will end up feeling to nurture and them kind of stuff. If it is you put like a baby boy and a baby girl in a room, no kind of parenting, no kind of agenda and stuff, you would usually see like the boy a little more wild and the girl, and girl whatever toy, it could be a truck, she nicknaming it and all them kind of stuff, because she's taking care of it. A lot of women, like, even if they wasn't forced, I realized like a lot of females that I knew, they would usually take care of their nephews and their nieces and stuff. Sometimes they're just doing it just cause like they just gravitating towards that now. So what it is he's saying is like the female who was talking to him was also addressing that she only focusing on traveling, she's selfish, and this, that.
A time and a place for everything. Like no young lady comes into this world and just settle down. Pow.
Wow.
Like we always have experiences before we settle down. And that does not mean to say that you're going out into the world and you're tarnishing your character or doing things that will ruin your reputation. But you also need to live your life as a woman before you settle down. Men, and I'm not gonna get real here for this, but men are not the only ones who are allowed to enjoy themselves and go out and party and see the world and have experiences. As a female, you are allowed to do that. We just live in a society where things are very one-sided. It's very one-sided, but I think that just don't rush yourself. Every woman knows what they want, and sometimes what you want can change. This young lady might find the right person, and boom, that's it.
She will the right person change her mind.
Yeah.
The gender roles on the one side of thing. I feel like it depends on who you're with her, because if it is I expecting my girl to do X, Y, and Z, I'm not expecting me to do it because I'm a man. And it's okay because, you know.
But that's for you. Society has it like
society
that.
Different. So that's why I say it really. The
A
people
man can do a lot of things that women can't do. A man that's gonna copulate with a woman and his brothers be like, yo bro, one in the bag. A woman do it and it's like, girl, are you thinking clearly? Are you sick? You know what I mean? It's not fair, but that's the generation and the society that we live in, and as females we have to live with that and just be careful of the things that we're doing, especially when we know what we want for our future. Because even though they say that the past don't determine your future, when it comes to relationships, a lot of men look at the past before they take you as a wife, as a girlfriend. They take those things into consideration. There are some men who don't, because they know they live their life, you lived your life, and now once you're on the same mindset, that's all that matters. But not everybody's like that.
Yeah.
So you really have to just know who you're with.
Yeah, for me, don't come to me with that past.
What that? Omhyra, what?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. No. If it is you have a boyfriend, and let me say that boyfriend was very promiscuous, and let me say you go out with said boyfriend, everywhere you go, you see a girl hail him out or some kind of thing. And every time you ask him, where you know a girl from? And he don't lie to you, he's very honest. We used to have, sex. But we should, every time they go out, it's gonna become a problem. And the thing with men also, men like to feel as though like they hit the jackpot.
You want a diamond?
Yeah.
You want something rare?
Yeah, so it does make a person very unattractive, even though they are attractive. So a girl could be the baddest female out here, like a Ruby Rose or something. And if it is, I realize like, wait boy, all my dogs hit, I'm gonna be like, nah, that problem, that will pose a problem to me. Like everybody know how my girl look naked.
Yeah.
So
you'll be turned off.
And violate my birth, like sexually, they violate my wife, my mother, my children.
I don't think you'll be able to live with yourself.
I have a vivid imagination, and now it's just my wife. So a past, like you can have like a small past, like you had like 1, 2, 3, 4 boys. Yeah. Because
if you have a past where you're a prostitute, I don't want you.
Exactly.
No offense.
Financial discipline to me is just understanding what is too much based on like your salary in a relationship and out of a relationship. I can only talk in my case. If it is like talking to a female or something, or some females I should say, they would tend to want like the finer things immediately or very often. And if it is what the finer things very often, it kind of strike me like, okay, you either thinking I have something more than what it is I have, or you basically have no financial discipline, because they will have women who, or men who, they will spend the money on Prada, they will spend the money on Jordans and all these different type of things, but they can't afford said thing. twice or 5 times.
And that's why you should never introduce a woman to a lifestyle that you can't maintain.
That's fact. Me personally, I don't implement so that I can't maintain things.
Right, but not every day I could give you a Gucci bag.
Facts.
Like not every day I could get Gucci slippers. Not every day we could go to the Prada store. Like, girl, you chill.
Facts.
Chill, bro.
That is financial discipline.
All I have to say is, if she kind of enjoy ramen with you, she don't deserve to be eating steak with you in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Like,
Lobster.
to hell with that shit. Sorry,
Facts.
I don't care.
We going.
Don't care.
What she said.
I think that financial discipline does matter because if you're not financially disciplined, you'll always be broke. You have to have some sort of self-discipline and some sort of self-control when it comes to your finances and what you want versus what you need. And that is a struggle for a lot of people. It's a struggle for me, you know, because sometimes I have a very princess attitude. Go get it, girl. You'll make back the money. If you want it, you can get it, baby. You deserve it.
But for you, that may be different because you just work for your shit, so you going off of what it is you can do for yourself as well.
That's true.
Yeah. So somebody else, you talk about the ones who go in for it, and like you telling me that I had to have 20K, but you don't have 10.
Oh hell no, we ain't doing that over here.
So like for you, you just had a date within your tax bracket because you will be providing certain things for that man, helping that man in that certain type of way, and then he can't even.
One thing about me for sure is I may have $1 million in my bank account and I'll go on a $200 date. I said it. Sorry.
And $200 date is alive. But
I'm so sorry. Like we could go. We'll go to the movies and we'll go get some ice cream after, so that way we could enjoy a movie, get to know each other. If you want and all, we could even go grab some food. We could go take a walk.
I heard it had somebody that was doing roller skating and them kind of stuff, like $60 or $80 entry fee. Bro, that's a date. After we do that, we get something to eat or something.
I agree.
I kind of find the dates with the too much dinners and things kind of washed out. Not because I don't want to spend any money, but because like memory-wise, the memory of us doing some crazy shit and busting our ass and laughing about it is
it's so much better than us saying that, oh, we sat and we had steak. But we just do this for every day though, so it's normal.
We could guess.
I want to enjoy the person that I'm with. I want to be able to do fun things and make fun memories. Like, let's book a trip and see how it goes. Like,
or a trip to the big war, or one of them islands and stuff like. Facts.
And as a female, I would never spoil my more than he spoils me. Sorry to say, Ole, who vex loss? They say when they give a woman a horse, she's make it into a home. When they give a woman a seed, she's get trend. When they get she groceries, she's give you a meal. They give me stress,
I'll make you depressed.
Like, if it is that I'm making more money than you or you're making more money than me, we need to come to agreement as to how much money we're spending a month on certain things. I know every month is not going to go as planned because this is life. We need to be realistic about the things that may happen, right, that we don't plan for. But I think that even in those situations, you still have to be smart about your money.
Yeah. Because
at the end, they have a future, you have goals, you have things that you want to do, you know? So...
Facts.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Boyfriend?
Of this, your husband.
Okay, firstly, I'm going to use boyfriend, right? If you have a boyfriend that you can trust to lead you, and you know he won't lead you to hell, fine.
No.
But I'm the kind of girl, if I'm making $10,000 a month, I'm going to tell you I'm making $7,000 a month. And the next $3,000 is going into an account that you wouldn't even know about.
Guys, it's time to get somebody that could retain the bank. Right? Find out that information. Make sure and run your network because things that can rough out here. Things that can get rough out here.
Let's just say that it comes to a point where you and your husband is on the brink of divorce, right? And he is the provider of the home. We're living in a household where it's a traditional household, and he is the provider of the home. And he decides that he's upping and leaving, and during that time, between whatever argument it was and the breakup, on the divorce, sorry, how are you sustaining yourself? Okay, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, but I tend to start putting other 1,000, other 3,000. Nah, that make real sense though. That make real sense. Well, for me, flat, I was just gonna say like, I would just put a limit on it, and if it is you reach that limit more than 2 times, and you didn't tell me, you didn't consult or whatever is the case, and it's bad expenditure, then yeah.
No, but I think once I know, I'm not gonna make a boy a man, my husband, unless I know that he can leave.
Trust, yeah.
Right? If you can't leave me, then you
yeah.
cooked.
Yeah, that
but
sense.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense to me because I'm gonna trust you to run my household, and you can't be financially disciplined.
True.
You gonna leave me straight to hell.
Straight to hell.
To poverty. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
I agree with you fully on that. I have
definitely go open your account.
I'm gonna open my account. For sure.
If anything is to go south, I know that I can take care of myself. Because when you marry somebody, all the assets is one.
But why you marrying somebody who, anyways, you probably might never know he's that type of person until it's too late.
Exactly, but my point is, sometimes y'all could be so in love and for the most unexpected reason to end up apart. It's not that y'all don't love each other anymore, it's just things not working out and not happy anymore. You know what I mean? So, secure yourself, boo-boo.
Yeah, you have a point.
No harm, no foul. You don't need to tell him that, hey, I have an account in case we get divorced. You know what I mean? But you have no question and it's funny. I don't know what's happening.
Alright guys, so that's a wrap for the Conscious Conversation / mukbang. Right? Anything you want to say?
Guys, don't come at me in the comments because I know it's coming.
Come on, share it. Anybody who watching this, everybody divorce with she, right? Just make sure and tell the lawyer. Secret account.
No, oh my gosh. Edit it out.